Well, hello everyone. My name is Ben Absher, and welcome to the second episode of Inside the Smart Factory. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Thomas Hrucke of the Deutsche Messe Technology Academy in Hanover, Germany. He is the division manager over there. Thomas, how are you today?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
Also fine.
Great. It's great to talk with you today, Thomas. Thomas, give us a little bit of background on yourself.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm working for Deutsche Messe. Deutsche Messe is one of the leading fair organizers for industrial fairs. And nearly 20 years ago, we invited the phrase Industry 4.0. And because you can't go somewhere and buy a piece of Industry 4.0, we decided to build up a network of academies, industrial academies around the world, because Industry 4.0 is it's a process, yeah, and
For sure.
you need trainings for that, you need informations for that, and that's why we are doing academies and institutes around the globe.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Thomas, as you just mentioned, you really sit at the heart of Hanover Messe. It's the ultimate playground for industrial tech. So when you look at what's emerging globally right now, what's the single biggest technology shift that you believe manufacturers need to pay attention to today?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to apologize for reading out my answers. My English is, I believe, quite understandable, but I have written down my answers so that I don't have to sometimes search for the right words.
Totally
Sorry for
understand.
that. It saves your time.
All right, great. Well,
But
thank you.
coming back to your first question, yes, Hannover Messe is the world's largest industrial trade fair, featuring around 4,000 exhibitors and more than 100,000 industry visitors from across the globe. I would say that that three themes or topics strongly defined this year's Hannover Messe in April. First of all, humanoid robots. Second, artificial intelligence. And the third is the resource-efficient use of energy. Let me come, first of all, to the humanoid robots. Around 100 providers of humanoid robots exhibited at Hannover Messe. It was impressive to see how agile the robots are, how easily they can be trained, and in some cases, the extent to which they can already operate autonomously. However, it was also evident just how far many humanoid robots still are from actual industrial deployment. They do not yet meet industry standards, lack sufficient robustness, and often lack the interfaces required to connect them with our stationary industrial systems. Yet Hannover Messe also demonstrated that rapid progress is being made. Of the 100 providers, about 10 were able to showcase systems that were nearly ready for industrial use. It is safe to say that within the next 5 years, humanoid robots will be capable and replacing human workers in certain industrial areas. This will happen in specific instances, such as for monotonous or dangerous tasks, and could ultimately serve as a solution to labor shortage and or a lack of skilled workers. Coming to artificial intelligence, this topic played a major role almost everywhere. The crucial question now is how to integrate artificial intelligence into production in a way that avoids isolated standalone solutions. Currently, almost every company uses AI, but then transfers the AI generated results, sometimes even manually, into production control systems. However, the industry only benefits from AI, that's my opinion, from those IA solutions that are fully integrated into control systems, planning software, maintenance systems, and so on. That process is now underway. And then the third and last topic I would like to mention is resource efficient use of energy. This is actually a long-standing topic, of course, but it is taking on new relevance. Perhaps the impact is not as pronounced in the USA as in many other regions, such as Europe, since we lack significant domestic energy resources, meaning energy costs tend to be higher here than in the US. Furthermore, Europe has stricter regulations regarding CO2 reduction. Here in Europe, traditional automation technology is increasingly being deployed to manage energy intelligently. My message would be, don't wait for the global technology to surprise you. Connect with the local ecosystems like the Smart Factory Institute to gather ideas.
Yeah, that's you touched on a lot there. It's for sure that Hanover Mesa is seeing a lot of different technologies emerge, like humanoid robots and AI. I want to touch on AI with you for just a moment. You really see the entire spectrum of AI adoption, Thomas. On one hand, we see leaders who really get dazzled by buzzwords. They buy expensive AI software and end up with very complex dashboards but their operators ignore them because they're complex and sometimes hard to understand. But on the other side of that coin, there's companies out there really getting business value out of using AI for practical things such as real-time predictive maintenance or automated visual quality inspection. So from your point of view, what is the secret to moving past AI hype and excitement and getting real measurable value in the shop floor?
Well, I believe that artificial intelligence is now making significant inroads into industrial production. Why only now? Because until recently, there were few AI models specifically trained for manufacturing and integrated with production technology. This shift is now being driven largely by established control technology manufacturers such as Rockwell, Siemens, Phoenix Contact, Schneider Electric, and so on. This offers smaller companies, in particular, the opportunity to use AI as an integrated tool. We are all well aware of the potential applications for AI in production, like maintenance, optimization, you name it, quality inspection, and so on. But now these capabilities are being integrated directly into automation systems. The Institute in Tennessee, for instance, is an excellent place to explore the latest solutions and prepare for this transition. My message would be AI is useless without baseline data literacy. The difference between AI hype and high ROI is a workforce that actually knows how to integrate to interpret and act on insights. Don't pass up the human element. Start with the foundations. Invest in your team, and the peak performance data analytic class can help you to do that.
For sure, you're exactly right. There's increasingly more resources out there to make better decisions as far as AI adoption goes, and the Deutsche Messe Technology Academy and the Smart Factory Institute here in Tennessee are the best places to go to learn about new new solutions with AI specifically. We see European factories, Thomas, focus heavily on 5G sustainability and ultra-connected mobile machines, while the U.S. often leads in rapid software and cloud development. So regardless of geography, both regions are struggling to find people with adequate skills. So how is the European manufacturing community tackling the workforce challenge, maybe a little differently than we are here in the U.S.?
Mhm. Well, from a technical standpoint, I largely agree with the assumption outlined in your question. However, I believe the biggest difference lies in workforce training between US and Europe. I mean, in Germany and parts of Europe, we have what is known as the dual education system. That means trainees spend half of their time at vocational schools and the other half at a company where they receive hands-on training on specific equipment. This entails a significant investment for companies, yet it makes sense in Europe because employees tend to be very loyal. They do not switch companies quickly, so the investment in new stuff pays off. In the US, I have encountered many companies that train roughly twice as many employees as needed because at times half of them leave during the training phase.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm not sure how you can solve this issue. Speaking from a European perspective, I would simply say that you need to improve the quality of training. Many of my German clients operates factories in the US, and a lack of qualified skills in the primary is the primary challenge for
Yeah.
them. And yeah, Europe and US might adapt technology differently, but both regions have the same problem: the aging workforce and massive skill gap. You can borrow best practices globally, such as structured industrial training models, and implements them locally. The US Smart Factory Institute launched industrial maintenance mechanic apprenticeship last year, just to mention that.
Yeah, for sure. And we see the major gap or bottleneck in a productive factory really lies with the unskilled workforce. So upskilling them is of key importance for sure. We love hosting tech days here at the Smart Factory Institute, and it's an opportunity for our partners, technology partners, to bring in their latest gear and provide training. From a global scale, Thomas, how do these direct partnerships with technology partners benefit manufacturers?
Well, personally, I believe that the days when I could or should source production technology for my company exclusively from local suppliers are over. Within the so-called Western world, we have distinct strengths. I see the USA as a forerunner in AI and cloud applications, as you already mentioned. And in the US, you also have, or the US are the home of several global market leaders in automation technology. And Germany and Europe are excellent, I would say, in traditional automation technology. I would say we play also a leading role in the fields of actuators, sensors, machine building, and robotics. Japan and Korea are very strong in traditional automation, particularly in industrial robotics. Perhaps our institute and academies can make a small contribution by helping you to find the right solutions from various countries. And through the exchange of ideas, arrive a better solution for your company.
For sure.
That's why we are doing that.
Exactly. It starts with getting together, collaborating, learning from one another for sure. My closing question to you today, Thomas, and thank you again so much for your time, is looking ahead, 5 years down the line. What do you think manufacturing will look like, and what should companies do right now to start preparing for manufacturing of the future?
Well, I would say, of course, there will be a big change, a rapid change in the next 5 years, yeah. But we see already today where the technology is leading us, yeah. And I would say many companies today are also now data-driven companies. But my message is concentrate on the data in your company, make sure that they are available, and then you are prepared for the more usage of our classical automation technology, Industry 4.0, and of course also AI, because without any data, you are nothing in future. Yeah, that's I would say that's the most important thing in the next 5 or 10 years. So more automation technology, but based on data.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Thomas. You can't prepare for the future without the history of the past. Thomas, thank you so much for joining us today on Inside the Smart Factory. You know, the future of manufacturing will be shaped by collaboration. I think that's one of the main points that we've gotten from today. We'd love to hear from our audience. You know, what trends do you all think will have the greatest impact on manufacturing over the next 5 years? Share your thoughts in the comments, and follow Peak Performance for future episodes of Inside the Smart Factory. And join us as we continue connecting manufacturing with the technology and innovations moving the industry forward. Again, my name is Ben Absher, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you also from my side.
Thanks, Thomas.
Bye-bye.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Thomas. That I think went really well. So
we are off now?
We are off now.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Well, yes, thank you so much for doing that. That was super helpful.
That was so great.
And we're really excited about it. I think our American friends are really going to love hearing from you, and can't wait to share with you some of the feedback that we get, okay?
Yeah, great.
All right.
It was also, you did it very well. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very professional.
Well, I wasn't working in not my first language, so I was impressed by that. So
Yes.
I had the luxury of working in my native language. So very
Okay,
good to you,
yeah.
Thomas.
And next time we'll do it in German.
Okay, we'll do it.
Yes.
It'll have to go an hour and a half. It'll take me that long. All right. You have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, okay?
Thank you.
All
Same
right.
for you.
Bye-bye, Thomas.
Bye-bye.